I've met men who shit on therapy, and trust me, the problem was never that they couldn't find a male therapist. Sure, depending on where you are, there might be more women in the field, but that's not why they're avoiding it. The truth is, a lot of men just don't want therapy, not because it's inaccessible, because it requires something they've been taught to reject: vulnerability. Yes, people tend to feel safer opening up to someone they relate to. That's why we talk about representation in media, healthcare, education, everywhere. It's why people of color, women, queer folks fight to see ourselves reflected in positions of care and authority. It matters. But here's the thing, with men and therapy, even representation won't save you if your core belief is that emotions are embarrassing. If you already think that talking about your feelings makes you weak, then it doesn't matter if your therapist is an old academic Englishman with a pipe and elbow patches. You'll still flinch at the idea of saying, I'm hurt, because what you're rejecting isn't the person sitting across from you, it's the entire practice of emotional expression. You associate healing with softness, and softness, you've been taught, is feminine and beneath you. That's the rot. Personally, I don't think therapy can save men, at least not in the broad, sweeping way people hope. When you combine biological aggression, chronic emotional repression, entitlement, and an ingrained inclination toward violence with the social training to dominate rather than reflect, you're not just facing resistance. You're facing a structural refusal to evolve. Sure, therapy might help some men, the rare ones willing to do the work, but most men don't want healing. They want comfort, control, and silence, and therapy doesn't deliver that. Anyway, that's where I land. If you date men, you've probably felt it. The way they avoid therapy knocks their eye, not because it's inaccessible, but because it threatens their illusion of control. They're not afraid of the therapist. They're afraid of the work, because real introspection would mean giving up the entitlement, the denial, the silence they've grown comfortable in. So instead, they hand their chaos to you, and you become the outlet, the emotional translator, the sponge for every feeling they won't name. Microfeminism for lovers is a daily message I send to women who still want love, but refuse to be the emotional dumping ground for men who won't face themselves. Each message is short, sharp, and designed to help you stop normalizing emotional cowardice just because it's everywhere. Because if he thinks therapy is beneath him, he'll make your nervous system the battlefield where his unprocessed damage goes to die. Use the link in my bio to join. You'll get one message every morning.